not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the bush. From use the drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Girl, it's straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the bush. From use the drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the bush. From use the drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Girl, it's straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the bush. From use the drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the bush. From use the drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Girl, it's straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the bush. From use the drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice.
It is a beautiful, beautiful evening right here on Real TV, straight to the point. Well, let me smell it. Of course, I want to say good afternoon to my director on the inside. Roberto is on the inside with us. And of course, all of you all that are watching us, if you are watching us via YouTube, you're listening to us via the cable TV. And of course, last week I was talking to some people, and I want to say good afternoon to the shop lady in Mova. You know, I went and buy some biscuit and thing the other day, and she watched me. She say, I have a question to ask you, you know. Yeah. You looking like the fella, you related to the fella who does be on Real TV? Yeah, that's that. So that means we are reaching places, and of course, guys, and I know that a lot of persons have started already. Actually, I just want to show you all, people have been sending messages, so much so that I feel overwhelmed. Like sometimes I doesn't know what to talk, what not to talk. I got some information, and I'm just waiting to wrap everything up where that is concerned. In relations to, we're hearing some stuff happening down at the Defense Force headquarters. And let me read the message that I got. Blessed morning, everyone. Hearing some terrible things have been happening to members of the force who are on resettlement. I am hearing that persons were removed during physical classes because DF, which is the Defense Force, is not paying. I'm also hearing that a lot of members were made to sign certain documents, which now passes the responsibility to the individual members to pay solely for their course. Also, I was told members who are unable to pay out of pocket have since returned to work as per normal. So we have some of these things happening down at the Defense Force, and I know that many of these courses and stuff is to help the service itself. So I mean, it means to say that we've strapped for money, more than one, and I know, Roberto, you missed out last week where they say the prison service have no uniform since 2018. What? Since 2018, the Trinidad and Tobago prison service, prison officers are actually going to work in the nice kakada. They're going to work in this. So when you see them fellas and them pack up, and they're going in with their shirt and pants, that's what they're working in for the day. Now. That's what they're working with for the day. And I mean, these are some of the things that we are not focusing on. And I believe that this show, we will focus on those things. We will bring the persons that be. We brought the Prison Service Association head. I am working on bringing the TTPS head. You know, some of these ministers and them really want, they're afraid me, you know, so they really want to come and talk and that kind of stuff. So we are working on that. I actually as well, and I'm making sure I put it out in the public domain. Miss Khadija Amin, you know, you taking more, and I know what's going on. You understand? But the question today, another question today, and I try not to be on the rabbit tricks and the politics too much, but it is now officially 1 year since elections. Today is the 28th, so today is the day that we would have heard that the United National Congress would have won. And my question to all of you all out there in the public domain is, what are some of the things, I know they feel like going down that road, but I'm going down that road. But what are some of the things that you think, after a year, that the government still needs to deal with, still needs to fix? Some of the things that you feel that they're not paying attention to?
Everything.
That you believe that here what's going on? Because I'll tell you all this. It doesn't really matter to me who is in government. What matters to me is the result. What matters to me is that at the end of the day, we take all the problems and the issues and everything that is happening and we make it into something. We fix Trinidad and Tobago. We know we have a serious problem with crime. We are in a state of emergency, and in a state of emergency, we're still having crime going on. So then, what does that mean? And I was very intrigued, you know, to have Gary Griffith on with us. But you know, the Lord is working some mysterious ways, and maybe that wasn't the timing for him to be on as yet. But we still got some takeaways from him in regards to what is really taking place. What are some of the things that we need for Trinidad and Tobago to take focus on and to stay ahead? Because I also saw today we get electric vehicles. We got some electric police vehicles in the system that was brought into the force today as well at the training barracks in St. James. And I was listening to what the minister had to say in regards to the uses of the police vehicle, and they said that bringing in these vehicles would increase the response time. It would increase the response time. I say that with a smile. It would increase the response time of the police service. Now, we could be real here because this is straight to the point, right? Long time they used to tell you, it's no police vehicle available. What will be the excuse now from our fellow police officers? The vehicle and them in charge? Because if we're going fully electric, I have my concerns. I don't know how you feel about it, Roberto, in terms of these fully electric vehicles. I just barely get to keep up with my phone being charged. Worse yet, if a whole car buy, you feel you can keep up with that? I prefer gas. I am one of those that is drive my car on E, and that means enough. We will reach, and we will, when you go to put gas when I driving, and you open the cork, you just hear the psh. I don't tell you how low we run it. No, it's not a good thing, it's not advisable. But I mean, sometimes you're on the go, you need to reach from one place to the next, so you need to reach where you had to reach quick, and you don't have time to stop in the police in the police station, in the gas station. So I really hope that these new fleet of vehicles will definitely maximize the response times as they have said in the release. I also listened to a interview with Mr. Alexander, who also spoke about contracts, and the police service have contracts lasting for 13 years. Some of them with fine prints that he believes that persons before who were signing stuff, they didn't read through the whole fine print properly. So I'm going to give you all the opportunity to send those voice notes to me, 744-7325. Those are the number, is the number, not those are. That is the number for you to send your voice notes and tell me how you feel about 1 year. How do you feel about 1 year on the inside? 1 year. Now, I have a little bacchanal too, you know. I see my partner like he really crashing out on the media.
Also.
Well, you know, we had two Alexanders in the government.
Right.
So, my partner Philip, the Philip will fix it. I know what's going on with my boy, but word of advice. Sometimes, you know, we just have to know when to digress. This political thing is not no easy thing. You're always in the spotlight. Matter of fact, if you come on the TV here, and somebody into like you, what you say, they will dig up all what they have to dig up and put you out on the front line and licks you. But the thing about it is, I think that a lot of people was having that conversation with me and they say, boy, it's about time the man resign, it's about this, it's about that, it's about the other. I think Philip is as real as it comes when it comes to a human being. Right? And at the end of the day, I don't want to say that, I don't want to say I understand why he was parking in a handicap spot. But no, at the end of the day, we have to say, and I was on a live, I joined a live recently, and I was telling them that, you know, regardless of all that, what is going on, we all make mistakes. I make mistakes from time to time. And sometimes the best thing to do when you make a mistake is to jump out and say, here what's happening. I make a mistake, I apologize for the mistake that I have made, and how can we do better and get better? It's very simple. How can we do? And you just fix from there, because I mean, how much fellas are out here who in pain maintenance, in pain maintaining the child, what else again? I like you, you know, I like you. They're maintaining the child. What else they doing? And other men who minding the outside child.
Yeah.
You understand? So that's not no new thing. That's not no thing for a man to lose his work for. I mean, at the end of the day, the only thing I could say is, you know, I see one of the opposition and them pour the man's salary out in the open, boy. They pour the man's salary. I start to study if I want to go into politics.
Listen now.
Like big money there?
That's big money. That is the junction we have to go in.
Yeah, when you're done, it's almost 700,000. That's more than $500,000 a month, a year, you know.
Good to go.
Your salary is about $40-something thousand, just so. But by itself, 40-something or 50-something thousand by itself too. Then you have transport allowance. Then I see a 12,000 a corner chuck so. A 1,200 chuck so, a 5,000 chuck so. For it, that is just real nice thing. I mean, come now, man. We don't make that kind of money on TV, you know. We don't get per diem and transport allowance and things. So I mean, I just understand sometimes why my partners and them Heavy and TC and them should go into the politics thing too. You understand? I see my partner the other day, you know, but you know. So that's just how it go. But I feel like I want to call Philip, but before we do that, I think we have some voice notes on the inside there. So let's just play that, and then let me see, depending on the timing, because I do will have to take a break very soon. So we will run through as much voice notes as we can, and let me see if we can get Mr. Edward Alexander to answer. So let me run some voice notes here.
Changes you can, we're going up more and more and more. And what needs to be changed is my 2013 to 2016 salary and wait to increase.
Good afternoon again. To be honest, me personally, I have not seen any benefits. I, as an individual, has benefited from this government, and I can speak for other people as well too. I have not seen any benefits at all. What I've seen is job losses. What I've seen is crime detection rates has gone up. Cost of living has gone up. Everything is just basically on the downhill. And to be honest, currently what it is that we are going through, a lot of people are frustrated and they do not know what to do anymore. I mean, this is the present state of our country and it is in a mess, to be honest. There are those who will differ and say because they have got through with a particular party through something or some means, they will support it because they have gotten through with it with that particular party. But at the end of the day, the purpose of our government is to serve people, not to serve yourself. And I keep on saying this time and time again, if you are in office as an individual, as a government representative and so forth, you're supposed to seek to serve the people. Even if it is that things may be bad economically around the world, which it is that we know about, but at the same time, you need to have some sort of accountability and you need to have transparency on what is taking place. Do not pretend and do not give people false narratives and hoodwink people thinking into that this is going to be something better, when really in reality, it is for the worse.
So we're going to pay some bills, and when we come back, we're going to come back with some more, because that's something very interesting indeed. So share it live. We're live on YouTube as well. This is Straight to the Point right here on Real TV. We'll be back after this.
Straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the push. From news to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice.
2050 install, yes, the Adina 12K Flex series are back in stock and these are going fast. Here's a look at some of our actual installations so you can see the finishings for yourself. Tidy chunking, level mounts and clean workmanship every time. Fast cooling, energy efficient, quiet, durable and of course clean and professional installation every time. We have limited stock and the last shipment sold out in days. This is the Fixer Center's most requested AC units. It's perfect for bedrooms, offices and small living spaces. Get your unit installed for 2050 right here at the Fixer Center. You can visit us at Lightpole 109 Monroe Cunupia or give us a call at 434-1563.
Are you looking for the right space for your business? Fred's Plaza has the space you need. We offer professional rental spaces designed for growing businesses. Conveniently located in San Juan on the Eastern Main Road, opposite the PTSC terminal and between Royal Castle and Mario's. Easy access, high visibility. For inquiries, call or WhatsApp 868-384-7142 today or visit Level 3 Fred's Plaza for details.
Hi, I'm Zalisa Budu Singh Rupani, and I'm inviting you to join me for Conversations with Zalisa right here on Real TV. It's not just another talk show, it's a space for real stories, real insight, and real impact. We cover it all: health, law, parenting, relationships, drug and substance abuse, mental health, social issues, and so much more, with expert guests who help bring clarity to life's most important questions. So whether you're looking to be informed, empowered, or simply inspired, this show is for you. Weekdays at 10 a.m. with repeats on Real TV.
Straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the push. From news to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Girl, it's straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the push. From news to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice.
As I think that you all should be have done doing it as well. While I was on the break, I was making sure to share that live and of course tell people that hey, Dale is on. We are on the inside, and that's for some of you all who don't know and you're listening. We are live on Digicel channel 32. We're also live on Green Dot, that's channel 26, Airlink 25, B Mobile at 110, Amplia at channel 116. And of course, we are live also on the YouTube. I'm not sure if it is way back up on Tego as yet, but we're working to sort that out as well. So, as for those of you all that are just now coming in, and we were talking about in terms of, it's been a year since the government is in power. And what are some of the things that we believe that they should focus on, as well as what are some of the benefits, I think, that we've benefited, and also your suggestions. Because I think that in anything that we do, we must have that voice. People must be able to communicate and say, here, what's going on? We want to talk. We want to hear what the people have to say. And I was just kind of thinking, and I feel like I want to call some persons too as well who has been very vocal from since before, where they would have been talking and saying, hey, XYZ is the case, this is the reason why, and this is that, and that, and the other, and the other, and the other, and the other. And I like to talk to them because, you know, it's good people. So I think I want to call, you know, I have an ex-man in mind to call to, but because I don't want it to feel that is one-sided. So let's see, Director, if it is that we can get, I want to call two people for sure, you know, but let's see if we could get this individual first. I think we ought to call this, so here what, every Tuesday, we're going to rock Tuesday as Ambush Tuesdays. We ambushing everybody. Enrique, you could get up in the mix too, You could get up in the mix too. But sometimes it's the best way, you know. Sometimes it's the best way. So let's see if we could ambush Mr. Nigel. Let's see if we could ambush Mr. Nigel. If he answer. You know, when they...
Hello, good day.
Good afternoon, my brother. How are you?
Hey, who's this?
This is Dale here, bro.
Hello?
Dale the voice. What's going on?
I did, but doing some business in the bank here, boy.
How long you need, boy?
I'm going to our next bank now. What happened?
Nah, it's a little thing I want to just talk to you brief on now. So if it is anything, you could probably handle the scene and I'll get a call back.
All right. What are you talking about? Live on the radio or something? Or?
Yeah, live on TV.
TV? Concerning what?
Of course, bro. It's nothing bad. It's nothing bad. You're not going to put you up like that. But no, it's really and truly, I wanted to get your opinion on some stuff, especially, you know, from your angle, you know, in terms of seeing all what is happening. What are some of your suggestions that you think how we should handle certain things?
Nah, I can't make no public statement on them things, bro.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, we go power
But I'm
out.
talking about how
I just hope we see it and we hear what's going on, right? You hear right, Enrique? You're good? You sure? You drink enough water for the day? All right. All right. I'm going on a road, you know, because I kind of know that was going to happen too. I kind of know that was going to happen. But at the same time, it's love still, you know. But we have to understand certain things. Because, yeah, why they say, right? If you love me, you go tell me the truth. If you love me and you want the relationship to work, you're going to tell me, here what's going on. You're going to tell me, here what's going on, baby. I love you, you know. But you see that way you're doing there? It's not really making sense, you know. You understand? Let me try it. Enrique, you just talk to your girlfriend, sir? You lie. You have a girlfriend? 5? You're married? What? And you just been inside that here so long? Nah. Anyhow, never stay focused. No, but I mean at the end of the day, seriously, you know, we tend to want to say we love our party, we love the government. I don't have a problem. I love the PNM and I love the UNC. I love the COP, I love the TPP. What a party it have. I'm too much like the PEP, eh? But I love everybody else. But at the end of the day, it really comes down and boils down to the fact that we have to be able to tell the people that is in power, or whoever we have put in power, that here what's going on. I ain't liking what's going on, and I want us to fix that, and I want us to better that. Right? Let me see here. I'm ambushing people today, you know. So, Director, I'm going to just be sending you numbers of people in certain positions that could give us some level of commentary as to how they feel and what is happening in society. I was just looking. We have some voice notes here too to play, so let's maybe play a little 2 voice notes here. I'm gonna just pull a number to send you.
Oh dear, good day. We have benefited nothing, and the government need to change. That's the bottom line. That's the only thing need to change. The government need to change, because we have benefited nothing, just empty promises.
Why you would say that, boy?
Oh dear, good day. We have benefited nothing, and the government need to change. That's the bottom line.
You feel
That's
so?
the only thing need to change. The government need to change, because we have benefited nothing, just empty promises.
Nah, man, they do. What we could list out that the government do so far. I need to call somebody who let me see, boy. I need somebody to tell me, you know, give us a rundown. I don't really follow neither of, so I can't sit down and tell you all who doing what. But I'm sure that we could call some people randomly and ask them, you know, what are some of the things that has been done?
Things I would like to see are benefited under the new government would actually be quite controversial to say about the enforcement of traffic offenses, like driving without insurance or driving without a valid driver license or failure to transfer a vehicle. Because I got a lot of hit and runs in the past, and the person either didn't have a driver's license, or insurance, or sometimes I didn't get any of those things. And when I tried to search the vehicle was actually registered to someone who's deceased. So I'm glad to see that Trinidad and Tobago holding people accountable for that. Things I would like to see under the new government is a reform of the judicial system. I think that in this country to have justice and an actual working crime plan, you need to have a faster system in place, give everybody right to a speedy trial, instead of placing people on remand or giving them a lengthy bail. Also, that is needed to hold the law enforcement in Trinidad and Tobago accountable for infractions, instead of waiting years for investigation and putting them on paid leave and suspension and all those kind of things. That is needed. And finally, I would say that in Trinidad and Tobago, law enforcement should wear body cams, right? And the public should have the right to record them once they're acting in capacity of their duties without consequence. That is it. That is my things I want to see.
What he said that the public...
I would love the government to
the public, I didn't get our last part. He was saying that the public should do something without consequence.
Instead of waiting years for investigation and putting them on paid leave and suspension and all those kind of things, that is needed. And finally, I would say that in Trinidad and Tobago, law enforcement should wear body cams, right? And the public should have the right to record them once they're acting in capacity of their duties without consequence. That is my things I want to see.
Oh, okay. All right. I understand that one. I understand that one. And I mean, we had to say thank God for social media, because social media has brought a lot of issues that would have been swept under the carpet if it wasn't for CCTV cameras. And not even that, you know, because we had these CCTV cameras a long time. What we didn't have was social media, where it is a man pay up. Because look, for instance, the situation with Joshua Samaru. Look at, we have many other instances, and the only thing is that, I mean, have anybody been arrested for Joshua Samaru, or have we gotten a report of anything of the sort where Joshua Samaru is concerned? No. We have an 8-year-old girl that was shot and killed in Mova. I'm hearing that they want to do a walk or something like that. I got a flyer or whatever, but if I be very honest, I don't really believe in the walk thing, because here we're going. That is the same as coming on the social media and just rambling and rah, and then we'll ramble until the next situation. When the young girl was dumped, the one who was lying in the bar went to go and meet her next man or something like that. The man killed she, dump her. What went on with that? When it is you have all the other things, and it just change case to case, you know. It literally just go from case to case. And I just sometimes get blows. The last time I say, who is Womantra? What's going on with Womantra? We didn't hear from Womantra since the new government coming. But we'll take a break. And when we come back, we'll get into it a little bit more. By that time, I'll be able to actually get a contact here of a person that I think will definitely be able to give us a little bit more into it. So don't go anywhere. Keep it locked. This is Real TV, straight to the point.
Straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the bush. From news to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice.
Broadcast your yagnas, weddings, and Hindu celebrations live on Real TV. Share your special moments with us. Share your devotion with the nation. Call us at 373-8946 or email realtv.corporate@gmail.com to host your celebration today.
Ladies and gentlemen, young people, senior citizens, it is my pleasure and privilege to invite you to look at the program Inspired on Real TV at 2 p.m. every Wednesday afternoon. Inspired is designed to lift your spirits, to help you overcome depression and failure so you could be an outstanding, extraordinary success. We have special experts every Wednesday who will inspire you to do better, to be your best self. So may God bless you. And remember, every Wednesday at 2 p.m., please look out for the program Inspire.
I am Walter Stewart, President of the Trinidad and Tobago National Council of Parent-Teacher Associations Incorporated. Join us every Thursday, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. on Real TV, where we look at NPTA Speaks, National Parent-Teacher Association Speaks, on topical and relevant issues pertaining to parents, teachers, education, and students of Trinidad and Tobago. This, of course, encapsulates local, regional, and international audiences every Thursday, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. on Real TV NPTA Speaks.
Straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the push. From news to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Yeah, straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the push. From news to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the push. From news to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Yeah, straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the push. From news to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the push. From news to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Yeah, straight to the point.
Inside, so I want to say good afternoon to all of you all that you're watching us right now. You're inside, you're watching us in the comfort of your homes, whether you're watching us live on your cable provider, cable TV, or you are also live watching us on YouTube as well. We're streaming live. And today's topic is one that I must say, in terms of taking interest and asking you, the people, in terms of how you feel. What are some of the things, what are some of the benefits of some things that you have benefited where the government is concerned? I was actually trying to call one of the people who I know is a real diehard now. A real diehard, and well, I seem like they don't have no internet, so I don't know. They probably didn't pay the internet bill, or they must have no data, or I don't know, you know. I don't know. It could be, it could be something. Yeah, it could be something. I don't know, but we will try to see in terms of how the thing goes. You know, I feel like, when I feel by Roberto boy, I feel like I could probably ambush a man who used to call my program right through, you know, and find out from him, because he is a man, he always in the know. I mean, I wore him a little 2-3 times already on the inside, but he's in the know. He's in the know of things. Because I really want to know too as well. I saw the young man who sent me voice note before was saying in terms of the traffic system. But I have a question. How they would know the vehicle you're driving is yours? Because every time the police pull me over, I could say I borrow I could say I borrow the vehicle. I could say I borrow this car. So how you validating that?
What's that mystery?
How you validating that? Look, let me give you a little example. I send a number for you. You're going to laugh when you see the name. But yesterday I was coming down the highway. No, I wasn't feeling too good, I started cold sweat and thing. So I'm coming down the road and I'm cold sweating. I said, Lord Jesus, my belly going. So I said, all right. So, you know, when you pass Valsane, you know, they have the new plaza with the big extra foods and the Starbucks and the new Linda's, it's called the Presto and with the doubles man and thing there. I'm making sure I call multiple names so nobody didn't feel like I gave them free advertising now. Right? So, I come in on the highway and that feeling take me. And I say, Lord Father, I need to find a bathroom. So, you know, I want to say to my friends in the grocery town, say, I make a pull to swing in. Now, if you know, if you're a driver, you know there are dotted lines. The broken lines means that you could merge from wherever the point of the line starts to the end of the line. When the line becomes solid, no overtaking. So your boy realized, well, nobody want me to go in and there's an emergency. So I swing in, and as I swing in now, to go in to make the roundabout to come back to swing in the plaza. But just as I'm going in, I hear sirens. Woo! So I doubted it's me there, man. Eh? The little unmarked vehicle pull up alongside me. And the police officer watch me and say, you find what you do there, right? I said, well, officer, what do you mean? I didn't do anything wrong. He said, you find a drive you make, right? So you didn't know you had to turn all the time? I said, buddy, I ain't like how you're talking to me and roughing him up. And the second thing is, I say, where you stop right now and the line's still broken, that means that I could merge at any point. And once I did it in a safe way. So as far as I'm concerned, I have an emergency and you're kind of holding me back because the emergency is serious now, boy. See, watch me. So like he still want to have a conversation.
Yeah.
Well, I just told the officer, I say, you know, with all due respect, bro, I really need to go. If you want to wait outside or something like that, I will come back and talk to you when I'm finished. I went. The officer told me have a nice day. I couldn't have a nice day, but you know, I just say thank God that today I could stand up and we could talk for 2 hours and enjoy the show today. You understand? But again, law, police, I respect every police officer I have out here. The only ones that, and even the ones that just get trouble, I respect them too same way. You understand? Because at the end of the day, the only thing that I require from a police officer is that he does his job without fear and favor, and he catch the criminals. Yeah. Right? I've seen this stuff with the police station, and I think that's why we need to do a second interview with Mr. Eversley as well. I saw the thing with the young lady in the municipal police station. And you know, we just had to say, things just had to happen for something to happen. If this young lady was not unalived, it would not have been brought to the public domain setting that we have a serious accountability issue within the service. Because no way, Roberto, no way, somebody could pick up 100 and something guns, trade in the back of a car, and roll out. That makes no sense to me. You telling me police officers sleeping in the dormitory, is that a scuffle that occurred in the station and nobody hear nothing? Mm-hmm. And then I was hearing my friend Gary was saying he would have created the command center where they would have had the cameras of the different police stations that they would have been monitoring. If this was effectively up still, they would have seen the threat when the cameras would have been disengaged or blocked or whatever the case may be, and an alarm would have been so. I don't know if that is fancy talk, or if it's, I have been to the command center, and I could tell you, right, that the command center is a room probably like the studio, and it's some big TV. And it's only blocks you see, cameras all over. And there are people sitting down in rows in desks, and they have computers in front of them as well as they are monitoring what is happening. I've seen and heard in real time, I've seen the police track, I think there was a stabbing or shooting, something in Port of Spain, and the cameras follow that man from where he went till where he ended. So sometimes I just feel like the problem mightn't be the technology, the problem might be the law. The problem might be the law in executing to find out who did what, where they went. Because one of the questions I had for Gary, I said, but how come when a man said Gary so, a few minutes later, that was a big meme in Trinidad, you know. A few minutes later, you're sure to see Gary pull up and they down on their knees or they stand up. Sorry, Uncle Gary. That was the kicks. We used to look forward for that, and at the end of the day, it had a respect in the police service. But now, we are at a place where the people feel comfortable. They say the police officer is alleged he had a double life. They were selling guns. 10,000 by? They say $10,000, 10 grand for a gun. And they say that was going on there. And that had to was taking place for the last 6 to 7 months.
Correct.
They don't know them doing that. Which means that, all they don't vex with me.
Bring it up, brother. Bring it up.
All they don't vex with me. But I mean, every officer that works in a police station had to get locked up.
Come on.
Because this is how I know it, right? When we come to the station and I report for duty, this is the station diary here. When I report for duty, and this doesn't only happen in municipal station, this happens in police station too. All my police brethren and them, I love all you. But sometimes we have to fix the thing so that it could be better, and this will save all you too. Because the reason why the commissioner of police and other high officers could not have told the general public how many people was on duty was because the station diary was never updated. Because we just get a piece of paper, you ever go in the police station to make a report and the policeman writing down notes, writing down on a piece of paper and looking for a sheet, and then if you sit down in the station long enough, you see a police walking, or you don't beat me. This broadcast is not happening live at Real TV station. I am at a remote location, right? When you walk in, the policeman say, the person on sentry, what time to get here? What time you get here? When you go to a police station diary, every police officer has come on time. Oh, sometimes a man lady walk all hour, 2 hours, and in the station diary, he was there. Sometimes it's a shooting take place, and the police in the diary entry, it say that this officer, and this officer went. When it was only 2 officers go there. I ain't trying to make nobody look back, but we just have to fix it because of accountability. So when you come in and you're handing over now, in the handover, have how many firearms in the station? How many ammunition? If it have prisoners, you have to hand over the prisoners as well. The vehicles. Don't tell how much gas in the vehicles and all of that is handed over. There's also a telephone book. Right? The telephone book would have messages either coming from command center, or if a telephone message have to read for an officer for transfer, for temporary transfer, for whatever it is. All of that. All you want to know, I know that. All of that in there. So you're telling me something over 70 guns gone missing, 4,000 plus ammunition gone missing, and police come in every day, 2 different sets of police every single day. 2 different sets of police working every single day on shift. Sometimes 3, depending. And I'm talking about 2 or 3 different shifts for the day. And you're telling me when a man come and he sign, you're signing off, and you ain't going in that room and check. You ain't going in the room and check. And then you want to blame Eversley. We'll take a break and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Oh, Eversley like man and she had this. We'll be right back. Real TV.
Straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the bush. From news to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice.
$599.95 for this circular saw. This is the total 1400 watts, 7¼ inch circular saw. Proper power, 1400 watts pushing 4800 RPM. So when you're cutting, it's actually cutting. Clean cuts through board, framing and ply. No struggle. adjustable cutting depth and bevel cuts up to 45 degrees for angle work. It comes with a 24 teeth circular saw blade and an extra pair of carbon brushes, so you are ready to go. And once again, it's only $599.95. So stop fighting with your tools. Upgrade to the 1400 watts now. Available now at the Fixes Center. You can visit us at Lipole 109 Monroe Cunupia or give us a call at 434-1563.
I am Zalisa Budusing Rupani, inviting you to join me for the rebirth of Apne Sitare, Our Stars, a vibrant and spectacular show celebrating the incredible local talents of the sons and daughters of Trinidad and Tobago. Experience the beauty of our culture through singing, dancing, and musical performances as we keep the arts alive and shining bright. Tune in right here on Real TV every Sunday from 1 p.m. for Apne Sitare, Our Stars. See you there.
Hey, I'm Enrique.
And I am Alicia.
And this is Voices of the People,
where Trinbago speaks.
Join us every Monday and Friday
from 2 to 3 p.m.
on Real TV,
where we give you, the people,
a voice.
Straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the push. From news to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Yeah, straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the push. From news to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice.
Straight to the point right here on Real TV. I think this is the realest network there is. And of course, it's a space for us to, no barriers. We talk the things as it is, how it is. And we state it as it is. And we state it based on knowledge, facts, and information. So we might have other nice shows and things. So in the morning, you know, we'll have a nice little conversation with Zalisa. And we'll have a nice conversation and we'll talk very nice, diplomatic. But then when we come in the evening, it could be nice. The nicest thing right now is me putting on a jacket. Because that is the only fluff that you're going to get. Everything else is straight to the point. I will still try to behave myself a little bit because at the end of the day, we have to be responsible. And I will always say this, we have to be very responsible when it comes to journalism. And of course, in terms of me looking out for my broadcaster, me looking out for Real TV, and of course, making sure that we stay up to the code. But we could stay up to the code and be as real as it can get. And I think this is the only way that we can get better. So I want to say good afternoon to all of you all that are on the inside as well, and you are live with us. Let me see if we can make that call now. Let me see if I tell my partner go answer. Long time I need him.
Hello.
Good afternoon, Mr. Wall Street.
Good afternoon.
Oh, you're singing little down and out.
No, I'm down and out. I'm down and up.
You're down and up?
Yeah.
You're up where? In Charlotte Street or on Wall Street?
Amen.
I feel you must be trying to figure out who it is you're talking to.
Yeah, trying to figure.
So I'm doing something very new here where we are ambushing people live on TV. And you have come, they have brought you up as a subject to be ambushed live on TV.
Well, ambush for why?
We want to hear your opinions. We want to hear how you feel. We want to hear if it is your suggestions. You're a man that is always on the internet, always on the media, you always state your opinion. So we want to hear from you.
Okay, what you want to hear how good my government doing?
I hear, sorry?
You want to hear how good my government is doing?
I want to hear how great your government is doing, sir.
No, not just great, splendiferous.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidociously.
Wonderful, wonderful.
No, but on a real though.
You call man, you're almost at the top of the hour, man. It's 4:55. You don't go for a break at 5?
But you know the thing. But that don't mean we could go for the break together. We take our 5 and then we could go to the break. But there's so much thing that going on.
So tell me what you want me to speak about.
No, so honestly, the government is in office for a year now. And I just wanted to hear, well, some persons was asking in terms of what has the government done, what have they accomplished. And then, of course, I was asking persons to give suggestions. But because I am not fully into this political thing, I will not be able to give or disseminate the information the way you would be able to. So that's why, I said, you know what, we'll ambush Wall Street and give him a call and see in terms of, what are some of the things that is happening. Yes?
Dale, let me be honest, If people living in Trinidad,
right,
all right, unless you're living under a PNM rock, you understand? Right. You don't know things that the government has done. So let me give you an example.
Tell me.
In 2025, the murder rate has dropped by 42%. This is the highest drop in crime in the world in 2025.
Right.
You know who accomplished that? Right? Let me give you some other things. Since you call, right? Vehicles are cheaper. Gas is cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
Demerit points removed. 1,000 remedial driving fee removed. 10% pay increase for public workers.
That activates?
10% pay increase for public workers.
Yeah, they get it 10%?
But they like you living under the same PNM rock?
I would hate to think so.
It appears that way. Because I live in America, Dave.
No, but remember, your interest is in that, so you will make sure and you will follow up to find out what is happening. So that's why I want to engage you.
But if you have a program, and of course, your program, you have to talk about some type of politics.
Right.
Correct? Right? Yeah. But this is information easy. But let me quickly go on there. VAT removed from hundreds of basic food items. Increased social welfare payments. And Dale, I could go on and on and on and on. But you see the problem, Dale, in Trinidad and Tobago. Too many people are drinking a new juice they have by, is it Price Smart or Price Smart? Price Smart or Price Smart? Which one is it?
It all depends, It could be smart and mart.
All right, let me say Price Smart. We go add a S to the mart. Right? Even if you go by Price Smart and you buy the Balize juice, the one in the 64-ounce container, right?
Did they sell that? Did they sell that there?
Yeah, they sell that. They sell that.
You know where this is?
I never tasted before. I see a line for that the other day. Somebody posted it on social media. Right? I don't know if they was giving it out free, but there was a long line for the Balize juice. So these are some of the things. These are some of the things that I have given you there, which is facts, not fiction.
Right.
But you see, part of the problem is the PNM people don't want to hear these things there. They don't want to hear it, but I will bring it to them. And that was, you are a very wise person to call me to let me give the people that information.
But bullshit, no, I'm hearing in terms of what is written on paper, statistically speaking, because we're saying that crime has gone down. But yet still, we are seeing more crime happening now than we would have seen in the past. So while we're saying crime is going down, we are seeing heinous murders, we're seeing all the different things that are happening. And it begs to really wonder to differ if the crime really going down. Now, we're saying that the pay increase, I think that is still out on the table as an offer or a promise. It hasn't been delivered as yet, because there are many people who I know fall within that bracket and they haven't received anything as yet. They're saying that the union's looking like they're being ignored. The merit point system, I mean, it sounds very fancy and nice. And we're in a discussion because I want to kind of figure out from on your side, based on what I'm seeing on my side. Because if we say we've removed the demerit point system, but we're still in an oppressive system where the driver's permit is concerned. Because if it is that you get a ticket, you cannot renew your license if it's not paid. And the ticketing system has gone up exponentially, very high. So that the normal man on the street, they can't afford to pay a ticket and to renew the permit. The other day, I had to pay something close to $6,000 in tickets. And by the time I was able to accumulate that money to pay that $6,000 in tickets, I had to pay $1,100 and how much dollars to be able to get my driver's permit. After that, so we'll be talking about close to $7,000 in tickets, in total of a transaction. And if I can't do that, and driving is the way how I make money, then what's going to be my problem? And that's the next thing somebody would have brought up as well and say, that why men doing crime. Because they can't go out there to make money, because the police outside, they're ticketing people left, right, and center. And then at the same time, while the police is doing what they're doing, people are struggling. People using their vehicles, like the coconut man, the vendor, and then we're saying, okay, all right, you know, the government has removed the demerit points, but what was the difference between the demerit points there and it not there? I just saying. So, you know, we have certain things that we said has been done. The reduction of crime, we don't feel the reduction of crime. And as far as I'm concerned too, if it is that all these good things are happening, I think that it would be impactful on the people where that is concerned. But I hear you, I take it, I accept it, crime is down, the demerit point system has been gone, 10% raise, increase. But what are some of the things that you think that the government needs to do?
Well, Dale, let me say this. You see, the Prime Minister stated that Trinidad and Tobago is a lawless dump. You remember that? Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
She's 100% correct.
Right.
You talking about all the problems with your permit and all kind of things. Dale, why don't the people of Trinidad and Tobago just follow the law? If you follow the law, you wouldn't get a ticket.
But I just follow the law and still get a ticket, Wall Street.
Why did you get a ticket? What was the reason why you got a ticket?
I drive.
What's the reason why you got a ticket?
I jump in my vehicle and I drive, and the headlight blew, and the headlight was working the day before. I drive. I didn't know when the headlight blew between when I start the vehicle and I leave. And I got $2,000 ticket one way for blown headlights.
You see, Dale, you see that analogy you just used it?
Yeah.
I hear so much people using that analogy.
True.
I am a police officer. Am I in the business to know whether your light blew today or it blew 6 months ago?
Yeah, but why?
And you refuse.
Yeah. I listen to
and you refuse to change it. And as soon as you get a ticket, that is your excuse.
You really feel like drive? You really go feel like a drive with a blown headlight for 6 months and
but maybe you didn't know.
But then doesn't that give, and that's why you see the law change now where it is that they have to give warning. But it's apparent that the police officers...
That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
And I get that. I get that. But that was...
the last government didn't do that? Why the last government that was in power for 10 years didn't do that?
It was always there.
That's
nothing new. It was always there. It was always at the discretion of a police officer. Even when they brought in these machines, I'm telling you, when they brought in the machines had an option to take notes. The machine had an option to give you warnings so that when other police officer pulls you over and they ask you for your license, they pull it up on that system by punching in your driver's permit number, and they are able to see the history. They are able to see when a police officer pulled you over for, what they pulled you over for, if you got a warning, if they had notes, and all these different things.
Deal.
Hold. Let me go on a break together, Wall Street, and come back now.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's quick.
Yeah.
Guys, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
I am the Reverend Clifford Rawlings, minister of the Diego Martin United Church and a published author. I am inviting you to join me on Real TV for Honest to God, where we are honest with what Scripture is and says and addressing topical issues in Christianity in a postmodern context and post-colonial Caribbean landscape. Provocative, controversial, stimulating, and above all, openly honest. Every Tuesday at 2 to 3 p.m. right here on Real TV.
Honest to God, I'm coming clean. Honest to God.
Are you looking for the right space for your business? Fred's Plaza has the space you need. We offer professional rental spaces designed for growing businesses. Conveniently located in San Juan on the Eastern Main Road, opposite the PTSC terminal and between Royal Castle and Mario's. Easy access, high visibility. For inquiries, call or WhatsApp 868-384-7142 today, or visit Level 3 Fred's Plaza for details.
Hi, I'm Zalisa Budusing Rupani, and I'm inviting you to join me for Conversations with Zalisa right here on Real TV. It's not just another talk show, it's a space for real stories, real insight, and real impact. We cover it all: health, law, parenting, relationships, drug and substance abuse, mental health, social issues, and so much more, with expert guests who help bring clarity to life's most important questions. So whether you're looking to be informed, empowered, or simply inspired, this show is for you. Weekdays at 10 a.m. with repeats on Real TV.
On the inside, and of course Wall Street is on the inside with us as well, and I feel so good that we could have a conversation, and especially a man like Wall Street. You know, Wall Street have a lot of history. I like to hear what Wall Street is bring across his stuff, and he's a man of a lot of information. Yeah, he's a man with a lot of information and knowledge. So, Wall Street, you're here with me still, right?
Yeah. But you know, Dale, I don't know if you notice, and I don't know if the PNM people notice, because the PNM people, there's a lot of things they don't notice.
Right.
You know, home invasion in Trinidad was reduced. You know, there's a 74% decrease in home invasion from 103 in 2024 to 27 in 2025.
True.
But you see, Dale, it is very simple, right? In my class, on the first day of school, I just give these students, I just put something on the board. I just put the 9 times table. I just say 9 times 1 is 9, up to 9 times 9 is 81. And I just say 9 times 10 is 91. Just as the PNM people does do, all they does do is look at the one I have wrong. I will put 9 times 10 is 91. And they're only looking at the one that I have wrong as opposed to the 90% that I have right. So, what does that mean? It means that most of the PNM people, because the PNM are propagandists, and the chairman of the PNM, Marvelous Marvin, said that every PNM is a propagandist of the PNM. That's his words, not mine.
Right.
His words. So whenever you hear the PNM speak, 99.9% is propaganda.
Right.
The information I just gave you is facts. And there's a difference between FACTS and FAX. There's a lot of FAX that comes out of Balize House. But Dale, can I answer your question though?
I'm listening to you.
Where the PNM get 100 million to build Balize House? Where they get that money from?
I mean, but use our man out on the media, you didn't hear where they get the money from? I don't know what's concerned.
Selling raffle?
I
Selling
don't
raffle?
I don't know what's concerned, but they said that the land was gifted to them from it was 2 or 3 privileged members.
No, I'm not talking about the land. I'm talking about the structure.
But it's a
over
plenty
million.
people. It's a people in the membership who have money to be able to finance the party. The same way how my boy up in Sandy Grande, how he did his pivoting, Mr. Wayne Sturge, Honorable Wayne Sturge. Where he get money from? The party wasn't in government. Didn't have no big work. So where he get the money from? But wait, like Wall Street gone. Don't tell me he hang up the phone, he can't handle the pressure. You know? Tell me he must the data, the internet must be going down or something. Wall Street today?
Deal.
Tell me. I swear I hear the thing like it hang up there, you know. I'm listening.
Dale, you see, Dale, anytime I get on a radio station in Trinidad and Tobago, the PNM will send the minions to cut it off. I feel the PNM send them. I feel so. Yeah.
But
hey, only watch all the station, you know, Dale. All have undercover PNM in there, you know.
Who's that, boy? It can't be me, you know, because I never get I don't lie. And if it is I get a cent from the PNM, I'll come and say, I am a PNM. But I don't get money from no political party. I just come out to just talk the thing and them. You understand? If it is the PNM do something good, I say they do it good. If the UNC do something good, I say they do it good. If they do something bad, it's the same energy, same everything that we're coming out with to deal with it. But my thing is, right? And you say that, you know, you talk about Marvin Gonzalez and all these different things. But how come we don't speak about our own people within our own party? So when Philip Edward Alexander crashing out on the media, why we don't call him and tell him, oh God, bro, cool it? Or we will say like PNM propaganda too?
Yeah, well, listen to this. We have a saying on our program here on WZY TV,
right?
Which is on WZY TV,
yeah,
Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, from 7 to 10 p.m.
Right.
You know about our program?
I know.
We just call them the fourth estate. The fourth estate in Trinidad and Tobago, again a little feedback, you know.
Yeah, go ahead.
The fourth estate in Trinidad and Tobago have failed the people miserably. Failed them. And that is, you see Newsday closed down the other day? Newsday closed down. They was part of the fourth estate.
Yeah.
Things that they never used to write in 10 years. All of a sudden, the UNC comes into power and the fourth estate writing story. They writing, Bakila Pandey have an opinion in the Guardian almost every day. She never win a seat in her life in Trinidad and Tobago. Not one seat. You know, Sugar House have a song, Not One Word. She never win one seat, but all of a sudden, she writing all kind of editorial in the Express and the Guardian. 10 years she sit down there. She didn't say one word. When the PNM, I ain't gonna say that. the
No,
PNM.
but she wasn't in active politics at that time, Wall Street. We can't say that. She
Wait,
wasn't active
she wasn't-
in politics.
Oh, so she's a selective politician.
No,
she
well,
was select when she
she decided and she went up for elections when elections came around last year, and that is when the official launch of her party. So from there, she had to maintain. She had to maintain. I mean,
Yes.
she's not a Kizel Jackson. So
Okay,
she
but,
had to, she had
but
to
when she was
maintain.
10 years before that? When she was 10 years before that?
Mine and she father.
Okay, all right.
And her
all
father
right.
was
You see,
alive. Her father was alive
you-
then. She
Yeah, you
born in
making
the
it-
bowels of the UNC, and the UNC didn't want her.
you making excuses for her.
No, I'm not making
Honor,
excuses.
sir.
I talking from what I see. When the lady come up into the politics, they didn't want her in the party. You know that? You already didn't want the woman in the party. So she had
Nah,
to
she
go on
have-
her own.
No, she have a vendetta against Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar.
No,
That's
but,
what it is.
But I find you deviate from the point, because I want to know
What
what's
point
going on
is
with
that?
your partner, Philip. Why,
What going on with him?
why the party not correcting him? Why is he out here like a runaway goat? He crashing out.
Let me use words of the Honorable Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar. You see me? I staying in my lane. You know, I just run. And there is 8 lanes in track and field. Right? And if you fall start, you get disqualified.
Right.
So I stay in my lane. That is not my lane.
That's
My
not your
lane
lane?
is to talk about. No, that is
But
not my lane.
you as a journalist like myself, I want to know, you can't tell me, and this is the next thing too, I find that as a spit in the face for the man to say that PNM propaganda, you understand, like PNM propaganda, when, I mean, all right, okay, no problem, you have matters that you have to go and deal with before the court and whatever, I don't have a problem with that, but then why come up on the media and you speak in such a way as a senator, not knowing that it's not just the little small island of Trinidad and Tobago watching you, you know. It's the world watching you. So when you're talking about people, the cocoa, and who this and who that and who 1%, I mean, it don't look good. It don't look good. And I don't know if it is the Prime Minister even saying, Philip, darling, take a rest. Philip, deactivate your accounts a little bit. We ain't looking good. So nobody don't like this man? Or they don't even like all their party that much?
Well, let me say again, you see me? I staying in my lane.
This is the first time I ever hear you run so in Wall Street.
No, I running because, because you all, them people and PNL people want to hear me say something, and next thing will say, yeah, look, Wall Street was on Dale program, and you're bad talking the party, the UNC.
No, but that's not bad talking. If you love your party so much, Wall Street, then it's just like man and woman business. If I love you, I will come and tell you, oh God, baby, you're doing X, Y, and Z. I ain't like how you're doing there, you know. So, oh God, let me see if you can do better now. Let me talk about we problems. But we ain't talking about we problems. We just learn embarrassing you, I, and everybody else. The entire family.
It goes back to what I said, Dale. 90, 10%. The one that wasn't done correctly, or they want to focus on that. But what I want to focus on,
Tell me
Dale,
what you want to focus
is that
on. What we could do better.
after 1 year in power, this government, led by the Honorable Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar, have done a splendiferous, tremendous, marvelous, wonderfulicious, fantabulous, splentastic, splentacular job.
I find your words
And
bigger
many
than what has been done, but I'm listening.
No. Them. Each one of those words, I could give you an accomplishment for each one of those words. But we don't have all day. But let me give you a next statistic before you go. Decrease in murder from January 1 to the 20th of April 2024. From January 1 to 20th April 2024, 169. From January 1 to April 2025, 117. From January 1 to April 2026, 110. A whopping 35% decrease under the current government. Dale, that is good for Trinidad and Tobago.
Sure.
That is good for the country.
I feel more unsafe now than I did last year.
But Dale, you know, Dale, a red body whisper to me. Who's the opposition leader in PNM? Is it Marvin Gonzalez or is it the young fella?
Oh, is it who?
The young fella. The fella with the young fella. It has some fella with a young name.
Yeah. Or you can't remember?
No, I can't remember his name.
I take a check up, you know. The professor can't be having amnesia and loss of memory and all kind of thing.
But Dale, you know, a red buddy tell me he went to Venezuela the other day, you know. And he leave Penny home.
Right.
Penny, is Penny still the political leader of the PNM?
So there hasn't been in parties where ministers and members would have gone to meetings without the political leader or would have been given.
Put on that glass. Dale, put on that glass.
What glass? Put on that glass. But bullshit, let me be real. He was the man that was dealing with the CARICOM affairs and extra thing. He was going out before the party was in power and he was going out there too. So you're telling me?
I remember in your program when you was on the other station.
Yeah.
I used to say the blackest man in Trinidad and Tobago, and all they used to tell me where you get that from. They're under the former prime minister. Anybody could have do what Stuart Young did. Anybody.
But you don't have the facts, Wall Street. You don't have the facts to know what he went there. What was Stuart Young? What was Stuart Young's portfolio when he was in government?
He's not even in management in the PNM.
Forget now. I'm talking about before.
No, them not in power no more.
But I'm talking about before. Why you don't want to answer me? You was a man with plenty knowledge.
He was Minister of Energy.
Right. So he was Minister of Energy and Energy Affairs, right? So meeting the now President Rodriguez, Delcy, and
to undermine the UNC government. Undermine the UNC government.
But it don't matter. The opposition have business out there same way, you know. Because remember, at the end of the day, if I am an opposition party and I have to go out there and make sure that I have certain things so that if I have to go in parliament and debate something, if I have to go somewhere and talk some kind of something, I must go out there and talk with facts. We can't sit down on our WhatsApp call. So why that hurting? Why that hurting all you?
There's a paralysis.
So you want to send Keith Scotland? You rather Keith Scotland go or somebody who don't know what was going on before?
There's a paralysis in your analysis. Dale, he's not the political leader of the PNM. He don't need to be the political leader. Nor is he the opposition leader.
So then when Barry Padrat going out there, why Barry going out there and going on different things and what's the other minister
He talks about his ministry. He goes in and talks about his ministry. Stuart Young, what's Stuart Young's position in the PNM today? Which office
you tell me you know more what's going on in the PNM than me.
No, I don't know. I don't know which office he holding. Which office he holding?
Yeah, but
so that's just to tell you.
The first thing you have to find out is why he went across there. You don't know why he went there. We are pulling at straws.
Deal.
You're pulling at straws. So do we that now, man?
When we finish this discussion, I want you to go and do a little research. You still have a director there, or use the director now?
I have a director.
You have a director? You have a director?
Yeah, my director listening to you.
Yeah, director, what I want you to do, I want you to help Dale. There is something called Google. And Dale good with AI too. He's good with AI. Yeah, he's very good with AI. There's something called Google. Go on Google for me. What is Stuart Young's position in the PNM? And if he doesn't have a position, why is he meeting with Delcy Rodriguez, who is currently in Venezuela? Why? Or that making any sense?
He's a member of the party.
Wait, the PNM in opposition?
Yeah, that's opposition.
All right, yeah. But dear listener, I don't want to prepare for my program, but you call me, and I said, let me give Dale a few minutes. But Dale, let me leave with this. Let me leave with this. Dale, don't care how the PNM people who are listening to you, the PNM propagandists, them, try to spin it. 1 year of accomplishment under the UNC, in 10 years, the PNM didn't accomplish these things in 1 year. 10 years under them, compared to 1 year, is like mango and apples. I can make that comparison, mango and apples. Yeah, mango and apples. I like make that comparison.
I love both of them, mango and apples. But thanks, I was sick.
At any time, man, you call me, you know, I there for you. All right,
Yeah,
Brett?
man.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah,
Bless.
man. Bless. You see what is taking place, Director? We have a break to take. Now we have a little time. A minute? Nation and the people that are watching, I just got it. I saw somebody tell me, hey, I'm watching you on TikTok, and then I realized that we're live on TikTok as well. And I'm seeing the comments, you know, persons are, good afternoon to you, Barefoot. Good afternoon to you, Ayana. Elena, good afternoon to you as well. And Harry Tins 426, good afternoon to you, Foundations K. I see you on the YouTube as well, and all of you all that are on the inside. One person was asking, he is friends with Delcy, or they're saying, sorry, he's friends with Delcy outside of the politics, and he's free to visit his friend. Why is the host not challenging some of the nonsense that man was spewing? You will eventually know me and learn me. Sometimes when you openly go out and you start to attack and you dive into something right away, you lose the essence of what you're really trying to get. And it's only in the later half, a lot of people just realize what is taking place. I call a man who is supporting the government to ask about the things that has been done and all the good that has been done. Now, it's true that they say we just only remember the bad. But some of the good that he's talking about is things to me that, whether it's here or it's not here, it didn't make a difference. We are talking statistically stating that the crime rate has gone down in TNT, statistically. But how I feel like it's more crime than anything else going on. I feel more unsafe now than I do the last 15 years. Even when the UNC was in power before, I feel safer when they was then than I do now. I have no faith and trust in the police service now, and I had it 15 years ago. So while we statistically would say we are doing this, you know what you're telling me? You're basically telling me like I have a company, and you're telling me the company making money, but I don't even have $1 to pull out to show the money that the company making. You know, it's them fellas and them who just want to sell you Bitcoin and where's the next one? The crypto. And we're going to last story before we go to the break. I went to a little seminar, and a fella come to me, and he talking funny, nice suit. Let me tell you something. Suit just fool people, you know. If you look behind the suit, because somebody, anyhow. So the man come to me and he started telling me about this crypto thing and how much money he's making and he's trading, and he pulled out his phone and showed me the graph. Director, you see that graph already, Hans? You trade? You ever trade? You trade already? Good afternoon to Michael, 91. So he pulled out his phone and he started to show me the graph and how much money he have and how much money he have on the inside. And here, man, I watching my boy. I said, all right, I take him in, I take the information, but you know, I'm a watcher. I like to observe. My boy jumping into one of them old-time Volkswagen, and the back glass, the corner glass, a plastic bag over it. So I am saying, all this money you making, right? And you can't afford to buy a little $200-300 I went and I called them, buy them down in the bamboo, because I wanted to make sure the glass wasn't expensive. When I call the man, says $265 plus VAT for the corner glass. So you show me figures here on your phone, over 30-something thousand in currency crypto.
Yeah.
And you can't afford that $200-something. So you can't withdraw. And I started to realize that some of these things was just real scam. It was just to take people money. It was. I rather invest in the DSS than in that. I might have been a little bit more successful. The other day I got one to tell you how they try to catch you so much. They have a demo version, and the demo version, when you complete that demo, they deposit money into your account. So you ain't paying no subscription, they deposit our money. So when they deposit that 300 in your account now, you feeling, yeah boy, I need to make this investment. And then when they come, they're telling you, you have to make a $1,500 investment for this tier, and 3,000 in this tier, and this tier is how much and whatever. When you're done and you realize it, what's not to cook your goose, because when they get here, what? Yeah. Oh, good. But what's going on with them? They disappear?
They're going.
Get Caribbean, boy. That's our next one. Yeah, they're mashing up people, and now it have a new thing. They have a new thing out now. And I want for my older folks as well, because you all will be more subjected to this, is the rent-to-own home projects. I will come in and tell you a little bit more about that when we come back from the break. You see that rent-to-own home thing? And small money they want to pay, and you put. When I come back from the break, we'll talk about that. This is straight to the point. I have one more person to ambush when we come back.
Straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the push. From news to drama, truth in every voice if you want.
Real TV, where we keep it real all day, every day. If you're loving the entertainment, the news, and all the content we bring, then don't just watch, be part of the movement. Follow us on every platform you use: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, you name it. Share this with your family and friends, your group chat. Let them know Real TV is the new wave. Real TV, news, entertainment, information, bringing reality to you.
Broadcast your yagnas, weddings, and Hindu celebrations live on Real TV. Share your special moments with us. Share your devotion with the nation. Call us at 373-8946 or email realtv.corporate@gmail.com to host your celebration today.
Let's get straight to the point. I am Dale Edwards, Dale the Voice, and we're going to get straight to the point right here on Real TV. Join me Monday to Friday, 4 to 6 p.m. when we talk the hard truth. We're not beating around the bush. We're getting straight to the point, dealing with real issues, social, politics, and much more. Monday to Friday, the only place to be is right here on Real TV.
Straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the push. From news to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the push. From news to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice.
And you know something, yeah? I want to say welcome back to all of you all on the inside. You know, people now telling me, boy, I now seeing the thing here, I now joining in. I want to say good afternoon to all of you all that are now, you know, you're now joining in on the scene. Glad to have you on the inside. And of course, we're live on TikTok as well. Dale the Voice Official. I want you all to go and follow. Over the next couple of weeks, we want to take Real TV to our next level. I'm saying it live on air. We want to take Real TV to our next level. So we want to make sure you all go follow all the platforms that we're on, which is the TikTok, the Instagram, the Facebook. We want to make sure that you all are there. Make sure as well, if it is that you follow us on the YouTube page, Real TV TT. And make sure and click that bell notification so that every time that there's a show and there's something goes live, we have it there. We have a lot of educational shows. I've been sitting and listening to some of the programming that we've had. And it's beautiful. And you have a different flavor for everything. From in the morning early to this evening, just before my program, we had another program with with my friend, and you know, the conversation is different. And also, I saw there was another program with some kids, right? It's Kids Corner or something like that. Yeah, so you know, I've been focusing and I've been watching, and at the end of the day, we have for everybody, and of course, this is also the best place for you to advertise your business, right? Where it is it concerns of getting your business out there, getting that exposure that is needed. So I want to say good afternoon as well to the SEADC Trinidad and Tobago family. Good afternoon to you. I want to say good afternoon as well to my friends at Fana Memorial. Good afternoon. I see my mother is on as well. I see my father on the inside as well. The family inside too. Yeah? And of course, over the next few days as well, I have some guests that we are planning to bring. And we're going to touch on everything. My apologies. I have a counselor that is coming in as well, where we're going to talk about relationships and breakups and mediation. And over the next week, I want to bring in as well the CPU. I want to bring in as well in terms of, let's talk about child father, child mother situations, because we have a lot of those things happening in the country. I've had my fair share of it. And at the end of the day, when the dust settles, you realize sometimes that it is go overboard on certain things. That's what I'm saying. And it takes two to tango always. So sometimes the ladies vex with the man, put him in court, and then when the dust settles, it's a cool scene again. But by that time, it's too late. And then when he starts getting vexed again, you go in the station and you sign a warrant for the man to get locked up. Right? But I want to touch on there's a housing scheme that is going on right now. And I want to make sure that the persons that are out there understand about this housing scheme scenario, where it is that they are giving persons the option to say these are rent-to-own homes. And the amount of money that you're paying is like, they tell you, your monthly amount, the amount that you'll be paying is something like $800 or $900, some depending on the unit, $1,500 or $2,500. But what they're telling you is, so you'll be paying that on a monthly basis for the next how much ever years, and you have a down payment. So some of them, the down payment is $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 that they want you to pay. Some of them is even $25,000, and I think the lowest that I've seen is $15,000, where they're asking you to make this down payment, and then you'll be paying a small increment fee. What happens is, you pay this down payment, and you don't see them again in life. You pay the down payment, and you don't see them again in life, because they take your money, and they can't spread it. And the redress on it is hard, because you will think, if it is your do a bank transfer, you will think you're safe. Not even doing a bank transfer, you're safe. With a young lady contacted me last week telling me that she did a transaction to buy a phone. She paid $1,500. She sent the money to the person via internet banking. They received the money and she never received the phone. The person purported that it was an online store and they never received the phone. Lo and behold, it's to find out, she went to the bank, she made a report, and then she went to the bank, and the bank told her that they can't do anything about it. And that's why you see crime going up. The bank tell her they can't do anything about the situation. There's also a young lady, a young man. I almost get catch. I can't say I get catch. I have my little MacBook, I put up for sale. And I said, I put it on Facebook. The young man contacted me and said, yo bro, I want to buy the laptop, but I'm out of the country. And being out of the country, I would like to get my girlfriend. I want my girlfriend to come and pick up the computer. Can I send you a bank transfer? Can I send you a bank transfer with the money? Right? So I say, a bank transfer. All right. So the young man, and I'm pulling it up here, the fella name on Facebook is Nathan. Director, you know I just have story for days. The fella name is Nathan. So, he said it here, because I'm not in the country, and if you do delivery, I don't mind paying for delivery as well. My girl can collect if that's okay. Right? You could take bank transfer. And all the time I said, all right, cool, I send the company account for him to send the money to. Right? He sends a number. The girl goes by the name of Shania. Shania lives in Sawa. Shania actually was going to organize to meet me in the Quasi to pick up my hot, good laptop, knowing fully well that her boyfriend was trying to scam me. Right? So the guy puts on the bank transfer. The bank transfer is $2,300. I want to show all you so that all you know how to see this thing. Where I could send that for you, director? I could send it on your WhatsApp. All right, I'll send you the screenshot. Right? I want to show you all how real, and these people who bank with these banks, you all will see how real this is. Right? So, let's see, when you get to take it, pay it up. Right? Now I'm going to show you how this thing is so dread. This young man would have, and I never really went into this, but today feels like a good day to go into it. The young man would have also presented me with a driver's permit, not driver's, an ID card, to prove that he is indeed Nathan Mann. So this here, for you all that are watching right now on the screen, this here is the bank transfer that my boy sent me to tell me he sent the money. And there's not nobody's story I'm talking my story. Because we live in a day and age of technology, and technology is messing us up. So we're watching at the top and we see send to local bank 1, processing 2. You see the thing on the top, Pure Media Concepts from Nathan Mann and our account number there. It have the date, the 6th of February 2026, a transfer ID, and the total amount, which is $2,300, right? And it looks perfect. It looks real. It looks real, you know. It looks perfect and real. Perfect and real. I called this young lady. Nathan Mann, if you come back to me. Nathan Mann is the one who say, his girlfriend name is Shania. Shania living in Sawa. When I do my inquiry, Shania is actually, like me, Shania is actually Alicia. So I tried calling Nathan, and Nathan stopped answering his phone because he realized that he was caught. Right? Nathan was caught. So when Nathan realized that he was caught, Nathan stopped answering his phone. But I want to show you how dread this thing gets. So we understanding that, but then I realized that Shania really knew what was going on because Shania hit my story. Yeah, this story Shania hit me. She meet the fella on Instagram. Nathan living in Belmont, as she said she's beat him in Belmont and whatever. She have a boyfriend, and Nathan is the side man that she meet on Instagram. And she's talked to, and he just called her and say, I want you to go and pick up something from a friend. So she didn't know it was a transaction. Now mind you, it's a setup thing. And sometimes we doesn't understand how the crime does take place. Now these youths and them find it. And I hear Nathan living up Moverside. He just be liming by the tank now. And the mother is a praying woman. I don't know why Nathan doing things like that. Nathan is about, his name is not really Nathan. We would leave it as Nathan. His name is actually Jabari. Right? And I'm watching how these young men dealing and doing scams. You see people when they go to sell the car, they take their money and the car, and they go on with it. They come to buy a car, they tell the man 30,000 for the car. The man know you coming with 30K cash. So they set you up, and here now, don't feel like now, when they tell you, well, let we meet outside the police station, like that is safety, you know. It have people who coming outside the police station and getting waxed up too same way. So, and I saw that, and I said, Lord, thank you that I didn't, I was more observant and I didn't fall for that. I didn't fall for that. I said, thank God that I didn't fall for that. And then too, I have a little praying mother too now, so you know, from time to time, the Lord is here, so I just get away from some of these things. But there are a lot of scams going on now. And I'm telling, especially the older folks, because they are more vulnerable. The older folks are the ones that we and as our people, you know, we always like deal. When we get a deal, and it's something comfortable, they give you all the security facts to say, yeah, this is a real good thing here. We're running into the deals. Guys, be very careful of these work-to-own deals with the houses. The majority of them are scams. If it is not from a reputable company that you've heard about, it is a scam. Don't go and pay yourself in no bad expense. You go and you borrow from Tanti, Nene, and Uncle to make up money to go and put on this thing because you believe it's a good thing you're going to do. And then at the end of the day, it's sketch tail because you lost that money. You still have to pay back the people you borrowed the money from. And these people and them, they just go. They just disappear. And the banks cannot help you because you willingly sent the money. And that is the next problem too. We're going to pay some bills, and when we come back, I watch it all in the comment section here, you know, really easy. We'll come back with some more. Don't go anywhere. This is Straight to the Point on Real TV.
Straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the push. From news to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice.
For dry goods, bar supplies, and all your fruit beverages, visit Suku's Limited, located at number 70 Queen Street, Marabella. We supply local groceries, mini-marts, bars, lounges, caterers, home entertainers, and everyone in between. Your trusted importer, distributor, and retailer. Call us today at 298-9989 or email sales@sukus.com. Planning a concert, conference, wedding, or cultural celebration? Let Real TV broadcast your event to the world. From live streaming and on-air coverage to global reach across TV and online platforms, we make sure your big moments are seen and heard everywhere. We offer professional production, worldwide exposure, and an unforgettable impact. Don't just host your event. Let us share it with the world. Contact Real TV today, where your story becomes everyone's experience.
Call us today at 2926470 or WhatsApp us at 3847142. You can also send an email to realtv.corporate@gmail.com.
Ready to take your sales career to the next level? If you have a passion for connecting with clients, building meaningful relationships, and delivering results, we want you on our team. Join a dynamic, motivated environment where your experience matters, your ideas are valued, and your drive defines your success. Step into a role with real opportunity. Join the sales team at Real TV, where your future begins.
Call us today at 292-6470 or WhatsApp us at 384-7142. You can also send an email to realtv.corporate@gmail.com.
For dry goods,
Yeah. Straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the push. From news to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Yeah, straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the push. From news to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice.
We are back live on air. And of course, this is Real TV, the realest that it can come. And after Real TV, the next thing is to get straight to the point. So of course, good afternoon and welcome to all of you all that are on the inside. I want to say good afternoon to all the TikTokers as well. Deborah Celestine, good afternoon to you. I don't know why it is TikTok is doing this now. I've seen that TikTok comes up again saying consuming substances featured in this live could harm your health. But we now know substances. I even drink water today. I even put a cup of water here today. So, I mean, TikTok, behave yourself now. So, you know that is interfere with your distribution. I see it come up here on the notification on my phone. So, the last thing I want to talk about today. Today is going to be a very nice, calm day. Merlene, good afternoon to you as well. Nice to have you on the inside. I show speed. Avex, you know, if he had stayed Trinidad a little longer, we would have got a little interview with him, you know. But I show speed came to Trinidad on Saturday, and I saw her. I swear I see Henrique run into him. I see Henrique and Joe running down the road to try and catch up with I show speed. And I don't know how to feel. I really don't know how to feel. Barefoot Part says Barefoot Part says people are reporting here like, or they must be reporting and say are drinking. So, yeah, you're quick, man. The I Show Speed was in Trinidad and he brought attention to us by the millions. In fact, he brought more than our population in Trinidad to our country. He came, he went through the streets he was down on Tragate Road, he went down to Port of Spain. They gave him a carnival experience in the savannah. It was 7 hours of non-stop action. Now, there are certain things I see that I didn't like. I want to say kudos to Junior Lee for trying. You know, you're talking about giving him. He actually also met this icon, the masked man. What's his name again?
Peter Minshall.
Peter Minshall. He actually met Peter Minshall as well. And I mean, that's great. I mean, I kind of laugh because when they went in by this place, Woodbrook Yard, and he trying to introduce him to Chow, and Junior Lee said, well, yeah, this is a big one here, you know, they Chow, and the man turn and go anyway. Kapush. I would have cried if I was you, brother, but I see that you find love, so she kind of occupying your time. But when you say, I want to introduce you to a young content creator, the man was studying, he fries more than to talk to Kapusha. He didn't talk to the man at all. But I saw that a lot of the young content creators were running behind him because they wanted to be featured on the live or to be seen on his live, because we're talking about over 14 million people. Good afternoon, Corinne Romeo. I see you. Over 14 million plus people. And I think the number in the corner there, that is what? Like 53 million?
Yeah.
That is how much people on the live?
On Twitch, yeah.
On Twitch?
Yeah.
So it was 53 million people was on Twitch? Jesus.
Yep.
I think we did a good job though. After, you can come back to me, after I was looking at the other lives, I saw Grenada, I saw the two other places that he went. I saw he eat nutmeg and get high. And I think that we still did a good job in terms of portraying. I didn't like some of the things Mr. Killer say. You know, it didn't sound too right as a man who come here to compete to get a title. And, you know, he was basically saying everything is better in Grenada than it is in Trinidad. But it looks like IShowSpeed enjoyed himself. He got his first wine. He would have experienced the Blue Devils. He would have experienced Carnival in a very minute way. He experienced Pan. I think that they chose a good Pan group as well, Invaders, as it is in Port of Spain side, you know, to give him a nice little feature where that is concerned. Now, I think that when we're doing things like this, the Ministry of Tourism and Culture, Farley, good afternoon, I see you as well, should monetize on this a little bit more.
Yep.
I would really love to know the process in terms of how this was out Trinidad, and we were the first country that he went to. First Caribbean island, I should say, because he's doing a Caribbean tour, and we were the first Caribbean island that he came. I saw, my apologies, I saw Che was moving with him. Che is still with him to this day. Che was with him today as well, and they were moving and stuff, and then I heard some rumors that he fired his video team. He pays $500,000 US in his video team to make sure that this IRT live happens on the spot. But I'm still proud as a country in terms of the different things that we have, and sometimes, you know, we just kind of downplay the nice things that we have in this country. So, okay, so I'm seeing here this person said they came from the Scandal group chat. So they came on the Scandal group chat and they write here now. Glad to have you on the inside, and of course, make sure click that follow button, click the bell, because we will be having a lot of informative stuff. You know, a lot of informative stuff will be happening here. So, I mean, IShowSpeed, I only learned about IShowSpeed probably about 6 months ago in the barber shop, you know. To be very, very truthful, I think in the barber shop down by Xander and them, Kareem was watching it actually, and we were watching how radical some of these people were, you know, and he eats random food that the people give him. Today I saw a video with him going in a corner to Pups because he get gas. You understand? He's living a wild life, and you know.
He actually live right now in St. Vincent.
In St. Vincent? Wow. And okay, so he's live right now in St. Vincent. That is who's that with him there? That is Skinny Fabulous. Okay. Yeah, so he's live in St. Vincent right now. Director walking by 53 million people on Twitch. And what I see is that every country that he goes, he has an outfit. Every Caribbean island that he goes, he has an outfit that represents the Caribbean island. So I think that he put us on the map, and this is about a time where it is that we should not falter or fail in terms of, let me don't embarrass yourself now. Let's not put ourselves down in a hole where it is that we've been put on the map, and then people try to wonder, because everybody that I've spoken to has nothing bad to say where Trinidad is concerned, where the beauty and the culture. Because even when we spoke to Christmas last week, Christmas said, I heard nothing bad about Trinidad. The only thing I heard about Trinidad at that point in time was the food and the culture and the music. And he was coming to explore, and I mean, in his line of work, you know, you're going to see the bad as well. And I mean, that is just how things end up the way it ended up. And I mean, he was charged with sedition and the whole drama. But at the end of the day, Gailey say, IShowSpeed, waste of time, Trini like Papi show. I saw some all the Trini content creators whose Trini content creators was outside in the numbers. The only man I didn't see how they Papi show himself was Brando. I know like Brando didn't get the memo or whatever the case may be, or he probably just not on that. But all in all, we have a great island, and I think the only way to make it better is that we have to put ourselves in a position where we do the framework, we tell the people and the government that these are some of the things that we don't like. I don't know if it is, I need to still spell it out for you, that some of the diehards, they don't want to speak publicly because they believe that people will take whatever they have to say and drag it across the mud and talk and say, oh, they get a bad talk in the party. But if you love your party, you come out and say, hey, well, we're slipping up, we're doing this, we're doing that, we're doing the other. But so it goes from time to time, and this is a beautiful Tuesday. Tomorrow, please God, we have a lot in store for you. I will have some guests inside as well, and we'll get into all that we need to get into. And of course, you all can send contact, give us information, XYZ, so is the case. On Wednesday as well, I have a young man who has been messaging, he's looking for jobs, and a lot of people looking for jobs and looking for help because they're under pressure. So we're going to do some stuff where that is concerned as well on the show. So, guys, keep it locked to Real TV right here. Right here. Don't go anywhere. Make sure follow us on all the social media platforms. Of course, you could also follow Straight to the Point. It's very easy, TT, straight to the point on everything. You could Google Straight to the Point, you will get me. That's to tell you how it is. Nice like a pie. So, of course, I'll see you guys tomorrow, God's willing. And what I would say is, the only way for us to get better is by being truthful to oneself. I'm Daily Voice, and I will see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place, 4 to 6 p.m. right here on Real TV. Bye.
Straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the bush. From news to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Yeah, straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the bush. From news to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice.